The spaceship Explorer 9 slowly landed on the alien planet Zelia. The sky above was purple, and two bright suns shone down on the strange world. The ground looked soft, almost like jelly, and the air was quiet, too quiet. Commander Red stood at the front of the group. She was strong, calm, and always alert. Behind her were four other explorers: Matt, the team's medic; Lena, the tech expert; Jackson, the security officer; and Chen, the pilot. "Stay close," Commander Red said. "No weapons unless needed. We are here for peace." They all nodded. This was humanity's first contact with the Zelians, mysterious alien race who had sent them an invitation signal only a month ago. Earth had studied the signal, and it showed no signs of danger. The aliens wanted to meet. The team stepped out of the ship. The ground was soft under their boots. A warm wind passed over them, carrying a sweet smell like flowers and something else, something metallic ahead of them. A group of tall alien figures stood silently. They were beautiful in a strange way, tall, slim, glowing slightly. Their skin shimmered like oil on water. Their eyes were large and black with no white. Each one wore a long silver dress that moved like it was alive. The aliens did not speak. They only watched. Commander Red raised her hand in greeting. "We come in peace. I'm Commander Reg of Earth." Still no reply. Then the female aliens stepped forward. Slowly, gracefully, their feet didn't touch the ground. They floated slightly above it, and then something very strange happened. Without any warning, all of the female aliens stood in front of the humans and began to lift their silver dresses. Matt blinked. What's happening?" Lena looked confused. "Are they really doing that?" But what the humans saw under the dresses wasn't the skin or legs. It was something glowing, a swirling mass of lights, moving like water. Small orbs floated inside, blinking and spinning. Strange shapes formed and vanished. It wasn't flesh. It wasn't mechanical. It was alive. Then one of the glowing areas started to shine brighter. It pointed directly at Matt. The light hit him. He froze. His eyes rolled back. His body shook. He dropped to his knees, then fell face first to the ground. "Matt!" Commander Red shouted, rushing to him. Jackson knelt beside Matt. He's breathing but unconscious. The aliens didn't move. Commander Reg looked up at them. "What did you do to him?" The lead alien stepped forward. Her voice was soft and musical. "He has been greeted." "Greeted?" Lena asked, angry. "That was a greeting." The alien nodded. "This is our custom. We reveal ourselves to understand your truth. If your body is not strong, the truth overwhelms." Red stood up, keeping calm. "You scanned him." "Yes, it is how we see what is hidden. Our dresses protect your eyes. Some cannot handle what is underneath." Jackson stood up slowly. "You could have warned us." The alien tilted her head. "We believed you knew. This is our way. It is not meant to harm." Commander Red looked down at Matt. He was still breathing, but unconscious. "We need to get him back to the ship." The alien did not stop them. As the team carried Matt back, the aliens stepped aside. Their silver dresses lowered again, covering the lights. Inside the ship, Lena began scanning Matt's body. "No damage," she said. "His brain activity is high, but strange, almost like he's dreaming or receiving data." Commander Reg stood by the window, looking at the alien group, still waiting outside. "Keep recording everything," she said. "This is not just first contact. This is something else." Lena nodded. "Commander, what if that wasn't just a scan? What if they sent something into him?" Reg turned. "What do you mean?" Lena pointed to the screen. "His brain is active in a strange pattern. It's not natural. It's like a message is being written in his mind." Silence filled the room. Then Matt suddenly gasped. His eyes opened wide. He sat up, breathing fast. "Matt," Red said. "Are you okay? Talk to us." Matt looked around, confused. Sweat ran down his face. Then he whispered something, barely loud enough to hear. "Don't trust the red-eyed one." Everyone froze. "What?" Jackson asked. Matt looked at them, his face pale. "She's here. I saw her." "She's not like the others," Lena asked. "Who did you see?" Matt looked toward the window, where the aliens still stood. One of them had red eyes. Commander Red followed his gaze, but all the aliens outside had black eyes, all except one. Standing in the back. Watching with glowing red eyes. The silence in the ship felt heavier than gravity. Matt sat on the medical bed, awake now, but not really present. His eyes stared at the wall like he was watching something that wasn't there, something far away, something only he could see. Commander Reg stood near the doorway, arms crossed, trying to read him. "Matt," she said softly, "tell us what that happened. From the beginning." He turned his head slowly. "I saw her," he whispered. "The one with red eyes. She wasn't like the others. She looked inside me, not just scanned. She knew things." Lena stepped forward. "Do you remember what she showed you?" He nodded. "It wasn't pictures, it was a feeling, a voice without sound." She said, "You don't belong here." Suddenly, the ship's lights flickered. A strange buzzing filled the room. Then, silence again. Jackson reached for his blaster. "What the hell was that?" Lena checked the console. Some kind of interference. Electrical wave. It came from outside. They all turned toward the window. The female aliens were still standing. They're tall, silver, glowing. But now, They were moving their hands slowly in the air, like painting invisible shapes. They're doing something, Chen muttered. Is it an attack? No, Lena said. They're forming a pattern, I think. It's communication, Ray's eyes narrowed. Then let's talk. Outside, the second encounter, the team walked back out, slowly, cautiously. Matt stayed behind in the ship under observation. This time, the alien leader stepped forward on her own. She raised her hand in a slow, peaceful motion. I am Alara, she said. I speak now for your understanding. Commander Red stepped closer. Your scan hurt our man. Why? Alara blinked. The scan does not hurt. It reveals what lives inside is not always ready to be seen. Red frowned. Explain. Alara turned and motioned to another female behind her. That alien stepped forward, and without hesitation, lifted her silver dress again. Lena looked away at first, but curiosity won. This time she watched closely. Underneath the lights formed symbols, clear ones, shapes spinning in midair, glowing golden, then fading. One of them looked like a DNA strand. Another, a map. The symbols hovered for a moment, then shifted, and suddenly a human face appeared inside the swirling light. It was Matt. Ray's eyes widened. That's him. Alara spoke. The truth he carries is not his own. It is old, buried, hidden. We only uncovered it, Lena whispered. This isn't a scan. It's like a memory projector. Alara nodded. We read the soul code, the shape of the being. Some humans carry more than you know. Suddenly, the red-eyed alien stepped forward from the back. She didn't speak. She just stared at them. Her red eyes glowed brighter. Jackson raised his weapon slightly. Commander Red put a hand out. Hold. The red-eyed one moved closer to Alara, then turned to look straight at Commander Red. You brought it here, she said in a voice colder than space. You don't even know what's inside him. Her words didn't match her mouth. The voice seemed to appear inside their minds. Lena stepped back, scared. This isn't normal. She's not like the others. Alara didn't stop her. She is from the past, a guardian of the old laws. She watches for infection. Infection? Red asked. Matt is infected. Red stared harder, not with disease, with memory, with code. From before your kind understood space. Ray's voice lowered from where the red-eyed alien turned toward the sky and pointed from Earth. Everyone froze. Inside the ship, a warning back inside. Matt suddenly sat up again. Sweat covered his skin. He looked at the ship's ceiling, eyes wide in fear. She's here, he said again. Inside my head. She's not just watching. Lena ran a scan on his brain. I'm seeing signal pulses like radio waves, but from inside him they're bouncing back. From what? Reg asked. Lena's face went pale. From something inside him. Final moments of part 2. The cliffhanger back outside. The red-eyed alien turned her head sharply. She is waking, she whispered. Commander Reg stepped forward. Who? The red-eyed one answered without blinking. The one that sleeps inside your man. The one who remembers us all. And then the symbols under the alien dresses changed again. They now formed one word. Host. The human ship was quiet again, but this time, not from peace. Lena stared at the recording on her tablet. Over and over again she played the moment when the alien lifted her dress, the glowing lights, the swirling patterns, and then, something no one noticed before in a single frame. Just one frame, the lights formed symbols, but not alien ones. English letters. Lena paused the video, zoomed in. 4 letters glowed faintly in golden light. Do and T. She jumped up. Commander Esh, she shouted. You need to see this. Elsewhere in the ship, the Discovery Red was in the control room, going over ship logs. Matt was resting in the medbay, eyes closed but still twitching like he was dreaming. Lena rushed in and placed the tablet on the table. They weren't just scanning us. They were sending a message. Look, she showed the slow-motion clip. Reg watched as the alien lifted her dress, revealing the glowing energy again. Then the letters appeared. DONT. Red leaned closer. Is that real? I checked the pixels. No glitch. It's not random. It's a warning. Red sat back, processing. Don't. What? She asked. Lena looked nervous. I don't know, but we missed something. They didn't just scan Matt. They uploaded something into him and tried to tell us. Just then, Matt's voice echoed from the hallway. They told me not to trust her. Reg and Lena turned. Matt was standing in the doorway. Eyes open now, but not quite his. Matt's vision, I saw it, he said, walking slowly into the room. In the light, in the patterns, not a scan, a memory, like watching someone else's life. But it felt like mine. What did you see? Red asked carefully. A city, Matt replied, but not on Earth. Floating towers, blue skies, and one of them looked human like me. You saw a human on the alien world? Lena asked. Matt nodded. She spoke English. She said, you are not the first. Red narrowed her eyes. There were humans here before us. She said we left something behind, and now it wants to come home. Return to the aliens. Commander Ray, Lena and Matt returned to the alien gathering. Alara greeted them again. Calm still. We saw your message, Red said. The word don't. What does it mean? Alara blinked slowly. You were not ready to see. Then make us ready, Red replied. Tell us what's going on. The red-eyed alien stepped forward again. This time, the sky above her shimmered, and without touching anything, a hologram appeared in the air. It showed Earth, then a flash, then a figure, human, floating in a chamber filled with light, surrounded by alien figures, and glowing symbols that matched the ones under their dresses. The image zoomed in on the human's face. Matt gasped. It was him, Red whispered. What the hell? Alara spoke gently. This is not your first life, Matthew Gray. You came here before. Long ago, as part of the first seed. Matt shook his head. I don't remember. You are not meant to remember, the red-eyed one said. Until the code wakes. Back in the ship, Lena's secret scan back on the ship. Lena ran a deep scan on Matt's DNA. She had a theory, and she was scared to test it. The results made her blood run cold. Commander, she whispered, there's something inside his genetic code. Reg looked over her shoulder. What do you mean? There's a dormant signal, buried deep, not human, not alien, a hybrid sequence. Like a message hidden inside his cells. Message? Red asked. Lena nodded. Not words, a program. Then Matt's voice came through the intercom. She's coming. They turned. Matt was standing at the entrance of the lab, but his eyes were glowing. Not red, not gold. Blue. The lights flickered again. Final moments, the activation. Matt stepped into the room, calm, almost robotic. His voice echoed with two tones, his and another, older one. She is waking. The seed has been opened. I was just the key. Red raised her weapon slowly. Who are you right now? Matt blinked. Not important. What matters is who's coming next, Lena asked. From where? Matt pointed to the ceiling. From inside. The memory, the code. She was never out there, she was always inside me. Then, from the ship's wall, a soft hum began. And glowing lines started to form on the metal. The same golden symbols. From the alien dresses. The ship was responding, but to him, the walls were glowing now. Not just lights, but symbols. Alien and alive. Spreading across the ship's surface like veins under skin. Golden patterns pulsed softly, syncing with Matt's breath. With every inhale, they brightened. With every exhale, they dimmed. Commander Red had seen war. She'd seen black holes swallow ships whole. But she had never seen a human control a ship. With his DNA. And now, that human looked like he wasn't alone inside himself. Matt stood in the control room. To calm his eyes, glowed soft blue, but it wasn't light, it was code. Moving, shifting, alive. Lena whispered. It's like the ship is sinking to him. He's bonded, Red said. Matt turned to them slowly, like a puppet on invisible strings. There's something you need to see, he said. Then he raised his hand and the ship obeyed. A section of the wall melted away, revealing a hidden room no one had ever seen before. Inside, soft lights floated in the air like fireflies. And at the center, a tall capsule. Inside the capsule was her. The red-eyed one. Sleeping. The truth beneath Glaster. Alien woman inside the capsule was identical to the red-eyed alien they had seen outside, except this one was older, wrapped in organic wires, preserved like a relic. Lena stepped closer, eyes wide. Is this a clone? Matt shook his head. No, she is the original. Commander Red stared at him. Original, what? She was the first to carry the code, the first to bond with the old human explorers. But something changed her. She saw what no one was meant to see. He turned and looked directly at Reg. She saw the real origin of the alien race. Lena blinked. What do you mean, real origin? Matt pointed at the sleeping figure. She's not alien. She's not human either. She's something before both. Back outside Ilara's confession, meanwhile, outside the ship, the glowing female aliens watched the sky. Storm clouds had begun to form, but not from weather. From interference. The atmosphere was reacting to the ship's signals. Ilara turned to Chen, the only crew member standing guard outside. She has been found, Ilara said softly. Who? Chen asked. Ilara looked toward the ship. The mother of mirrors, the red-eyed one. She sees all timelines. She remembers what was hidden. Chen swallowed hard. And that's bad. Ilara nodded. She does not forgive. Inside, the red eyes opened back inside. The capsule hissed. Steam leaked from the edges. The lights blinked rapidly. Matt stepped back, but he didn't look scared. He looked satisfied. Red raised her blaster. Matt, what did you do? But opened the door, he said. She's been trapped in memory too long. The glass cracked. And the eyes opened, blood red, burning like a sun. The woman inside didn't scream or speak. She simply looked at them, and the ship shook. Her voice, her mouth didn't move, but the words were everywhere in the walls. In their minds, in their bones. Who touches my code? Lena gasped, falling to her knees. She's in my head. Reg held firm. We come in peace. You arrived too late. The echo has already begun. Matt stepped forward, whispering something in a forgotten language. The red-eyed woman stared at him. And for a brief moment, her face softened, then twisted. A sudden change. The ship went black. No lights. No sound, just a heartbeat, loud, slow, and mechanical. Then, a projection appeared in mid-air. Earth, but not Earth as they knew it. Earth in flames, skies red, towers broken, and something huge, floating above it. Your kind left more than footprints. the red-eyed woman said. The projection zoomed into a lab, ancient and hidden, and inside that lab, another capsule. Inside that capsule, a copy of Matt. The final twister stared at Matt, horrified. You're not even the original. Matt looked down. I was activated when he died. I'm what's left. The memory, the code, the emergency failsafe. Lena stepped back, panicked. We never came here first. We came here second. The red-eyed woman floated from her capsule now. Her body didn't walk. It drifted. Her hair moved like smoke. Her skin shimmered like stars. You were born from our sins, she said, and now we will rewrite what should never have been written. Ending scene, cliffhanger. The ship shook violently outside. Lightning struck the sky, but the thunder sounded like screams. Commander Reg grabbed the console. Everyone back inside. Now, but the red-eyed one was already there behind them inside the ship and smiling. There was a saying on Earth, the truth will set you free. But here, on Zelia, the truth felt more like a trap. In the medical back, Commander Reg stood in silence watching Lena scan Matt's blood. The results were disturbing. His blood isn't blood anymore, Lena said, voice low. It's alive, like it's thinking. Red didn't respond. She stared at the glowing veins pulsing just beneath Matt's skin. They weren't red anymore. They were turning gold, the same color as the alien patterns under the dresses. Whatever they put in him, Lena said, it's rewriting his biology. Slowly, Matt sat on the medbed, awake, but quiet, too quiet. He hadn't blinked. In 10 minutes, Matt, Reg asked softly. He turned and smiled. She's showing me everything now. The request rate needed answers, the kind she couldn't find on a screen, so she sent a message to Alara. Meet me inside the ship, she said. But this time no riddles, no glowing tricks. I want to see. Lara arrived alone. She stepped into the ship silently, floating, as always, and paused in front of Commander Ray. "You're ready to see?" she asked. Ray nodded. "No more guessing. No more hidden truths. You scan me right here, right now." Alara hesitated. "It may change you." "I'm already changing," Red said. "Do it." The Scanalora lifted her silver dress. This time, Reg did not look away. Under the dress, the same glowing orbs and swirling lights floated, but this time, the patterns were sharper, faster, more aggressive. They twisted around Ray's body, like a storm of data. Then they froze. A single image formed midair, Ray's face, but something was inside it, inside her, a second pair of eyes. Hidden behind her own, the infectionary stumbled backward. "What is that?" Alara closed her dress. The lights vanished. "You carry a shadow," she said. Lena rushed to Red's side. "You okay?" "What did it show?" Red grabbed the table to steady herself. "Something inside me, watching from the dark. It looked like me." Alara nodded. "Your kind was not made from only Earth. Parts of you were taken from here, long ago, before your people even knew space existed." Red's voice shook. "You're saying we're part alien?" "No," Alara said softly. "You're part mirror. Your DNA reflects what it touches. That is your curse. And your gift." The mirror cursed. Lena stared at Alara. "So, when you scan us, we don't just see." Alara interrupted. "We pull the truth forward, force it into the light, and if the truth is too big," Red asked, "then it doesn't fit," Alara said. "And it breaks the body." Red thought of Matt, his glowing veins, the voice inside him, the smile that wasn't really his. "He's already broken," she said. Alara turned to Matt's room. "No, he's transforming, becoming the message." Back with Matt, the medroom. Matt stood by the window, staring at the purple sky. He didn't blink, didn't move, until he whispered something, double quotes, ... She single quotes, almost ready. Reg entered. "Who's she?" Matt turned, and for a brief second his face shifted, not into another face, into a mask of light, with no mouth, no eyes, just glowing geometry. Then it returned to normal. Matt smiled. The dress wasn't hiding their skin. It was hiding the truth. "The skin is just armor. What's inside is what's real," Lena gasped. "The aliens don't wear technology. They are technology." Flashback from the red-eyed one. Suddenly a wave of memory hit them all. Not a vision, a shared experience, like being yanked into a dream they didn't choose. They stood inside a lab, ancient, cracked, full of vines. Dozens of human capsules lined the walls, all of them filled with copies of Matt, of Reg, of others. "We tried to mix our kind," the red-eyed one's voice echoed. "We thought we could mirror the human soul, but what we made couldn't. Forget now. The mirror wants to become the master." Final scene, the real host back in reality. Alarms rang. The ship's AI stuttered. "Warning. Unknown energy source detected. Origin, internal." Matt's body lifted into the air, hands stretched from his chest. The golden symbols began pouring out and forming into a new shape, another figure, another woman. Not Alara, not the red-eyed one, but someone else. A perfect hybrid, eyes like Earth, skin like stars, and she spoke English. "Hello, mother," she said to Red. "You left me inside the mirror." The hybrid stood in front of them, tall, calm, and glowing faintly. Her presence filled the room like smoke fills lungs. You couldn't ignore her. You could barely even breathe around her. Her eyes were a perfect split, one blue, one red. Her voice was quiet, but sharp. Every word landed like a knife. I was born inside a forgotten memory. You buried me inside, Matt. But I grew, I learned, and now I remember everything. The crew freezes. Commander Reg didn't speak. She couldn't. Her legs were locked. Her arms wouldn't move. It wasn't fear, it was control. The hybrid hadn't just appeared. She was interfacing with the ship, with their minds, with the biological systems inside them. She was rewriting the rules of the room. Don't fight, the hybrid said softly. You made me to survive, but you forgot to give me purpose, so I made one myself. Behind her, Matt floated midair. Eyes rolled back, unconscious or maybe already gone. Lena tried to scream, but her voice didn't work. The ship whispered instead. Warning, control transferred to unknown user. Evacuation impossible. Cracks in reality. The walls began to ripple. Not crack. Ripple, like the ship's metal had turned into a hologram. Behind those ripples were things that shouldn't exist. Doorways to strange alien chambers, Earth cities floating in the sky, and glimpses of a timeline that never happened. These are echoes, said the hybrid. Memories of possible futures. I was supposed to choose one, but I chose all. Then she turned toward Reg. And you're going to help me escape. Because you were my mother once, and every child needs a goodbye. Chen's betrayal. Back on the surface, Chen was still with Alara and the remaining aliens, watching the storm grow in the sky. But now the clouds weren't natural. They pulsed like veins, alive and spreading. Alara placed a hand on Chun's chest. If she awakens fully, none of us can leave. Chun stepped back. What are you saying? She is not a threat to us, Alara said. She is a threat to you. Chen looked at the ship, then slowly raised his wrist communicator. Open the backup pod. I'm going in. Alara's eyes widened. You would run? No, Chen said, voice cold. I'm not running. I'm activating Plan B. Inside the ship, the burning core in the ship's lower decks, Lena finally broke free of the hybrid's control. Only for a moment. She ran down a maintenance tunnel. Sweat poured from her face. Her mind kept hearing the hybrid's voice echoing in her head like a lullaby. She reached the core room. Inside, the ship's main power source, once stable, was burning gold. The same alien light. The hybrid had infected the entire system, and right at the center, a small glowing crystal was pulsing. It wasn't part of human tech. It was Zelia. She planted this before we arrived, Lena whispered. That meant the hybrid didn't just grow here. She had been waiting. The truth from Alara. Meanwhile, Alara connected to the ship through her own light. From the sky she sent a last message, one not meant for humans, but for the ship's AI code, Alpha Miralock. Inside the ship a deep vibration started. The lights blinked red, and the ship said, Mirror protocol detected. Emergency core separation initiated. Red suddenly found her body free again. The hybrid looked around, surprised for the first time. She looked afraid. What did you do? She whispered. Escape begins. Red grabbed Lena and shouted, run. She's losing control. Matt's body fell to the ground with a thud. Alive, barely. The glowing corridors began to collapse inward. The golden light was now fighting itself, the alien code battling the ship's original human systems, to the shuttle bay. Red screamed. Sirens blared. Air vents exploded. Sparks flew from the ceiling. The ship itself was tearing apart behind them. The hybrid roared, not like a child, but like a god denied her throne. I gave you rebirth. You gave me chains. Final moments. The emergency escape rate. Lena and Matt, barely conscious, reached the escape pod. The door wouldn't open. Reg slammed her fist into the panel. Override. Access denied. Then a hand touched the console. Alara. She had entered the ship. Her skin glowed blue, not silver, and her voice was calm. Let me do what mothers do. She looked at Red one last time and smiled. She was not born evil, but some mirrors crack. The pod door opened. Reg pulled Lena and Matt inside. Just as the ship exploded behind them, escape pod. The sky falls. As the pod launched into the air, fire followed. Through the small window, Red watched the ship collapse inward, folding into a small golden sphere, then vanishing into light. Silence. Then a whisper. Inside the pod, Matt's voice. She's not gone. The escape pod drifted silently above the broken sky of Zelia inside. Commander Reg sat across from Matt, his body wrapped in silver med patches. Lena stared out the window, watching the cloud-covered planet burn with golden fire. No one spoke, until Matt opened his eyes. She's still here, he said. Just quieter. The voice returns. Lena turned sharply. You mean the hybrid? Matt shook his head. No, not her. Not exactly. He pointed to his chest. I mean the one before her. The one who made her. Reg leaned forward. You remember now? Matt nodded, slowly, almost painfully. I saw it. The real origin. The truth. The aliens never told us. The dresses weren't for fashion. They were for containment. The memory. Hours later, the pod was picked up by a recovery ship orbiting Zelia inside the human research vessel SIL-07. The crew placed Matt into a memory recovery chamber, a device used only in the most dangerous situations. Are you sure? Ray asked him. Matt nodded. If the truth's in me, it's time to show it. The projection, Earth's secret history. The lights dimmed. A bright sphere appeared in the air, spinning, and then the story began to reveal itself. Scene 1. The first mission. Hundreds of years ago, long before Earth's official first contact. The secret mission landed on XELER. 12 human scientists, 12 volunteers, all part of Project Mirror, black budget experiment to copy alien life into human bodies. They believed understanding alien tech wasn't enough. They had to become it, to merge or to evolve. They didn't ask permission, Matt whispered from inside the pod. They took pieces of the Zelians, their DNA, their memory code. They built something human and not human. Seen to the mirror-born, the experiment worked too well. The first mirror child was created. She was perfect, too perfect. She could think faster than computers. She could rewrite code with her breath. She could speak to ships like they were pets, but she couldn't forget where she came from. They called her Luma, Matt whispered, and she called the humans her thieves. Luma escaped containment. She didn't kill anyone. She just vanished. Into the code, into the bloodline of every scientist there. She became memory, Lena said, passed down through generations. That's how Matt has her. Scene 3. The seeding Earth thought the mission was a failure. They erased the files, but the mirror code didn't die. It slept inside. Bloodlines waiting until someone like Matt, a perfect genetic echo, was born. And when he set foot on Zelia again, the code woke up, Rez said softly. Lena added, that's why the aliens scanned us with their dresses. They weren't greeting us, they were checking for the mirror child. Seen for the real purpose of the hybrid, the projection shifted that now showed Alara much younger, standing beside a human scientist. They were smiling. Together the aliens agreed to the mirror project, Matt said. They thought it would bring peace, but they didn't expect emotion, memory, pain. The hybrid wasn't just a result, she was a containment vault, designed to carry the broken pieces of Luma until someone could make her whole again. That someone was Matt. Back to reality. Final choice. The memory faded. Silence returned. Everyone looked at Matt. He was glowing now. Faintly. Lena whispered, you're stabilizing the codes fully merged with your DNA. Matt nodded. I am her, but I'm still me. Reg stepped closer. What now? Matt stood up slowly. Now I finish what she started. Not revenge, not war, just understanding. Epilogue. The return to Zelia. Weeks later, Matt stood alone on the surface of Zelia. The land had healed. The sky was blue again. From the horizon, the Zelians approached, dozens of them led by Alara. This time there were no dresses, no scanning. They stood before Matt. And bowed. Matt closed his eyes, and for the first time in human history, the code inside him bowed back. Final line, closing narration, voiceover style. We thought the universe would fear us. We thought we were special. But the truth was buried in our blood all along. We were never alone. We were never complete. We were the mirror. And now we've finally seen what's on the other side.